Hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog Trading video. Tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum Matic Cardano Solana Shiba, and Avalanche in that order. First, we're going to start on the Bitcoin daily chart. And this is what I'm going to tell you guys. Guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion, educational purpose only. But I want to tell you, we're going to be looking at the daily, short-term time frames because I gave you some bigger time frames, some longer-term time frames that we have up in these areas. But I'm also going to give you some short term on these moves going to the upside as we're starting to make a little bit of noise going to the upside. Some of our indicators are looking pretty healthy. So, yeah, there could be some more continuation here. So let's see if that happens. So I'm going to give you the downsides and the upsides of the very next candle. So right here, we're on the daily. So right here is today's candle that ends in about 13 minutes. Okay. So this is what I want to see. There's going to be a new candle that opens up here in about 13 minutes at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Okay. Right here around this area, a new candle is going to open up because we've got about 15 minutes left. It's not going to break higher than this 38.23 area. Okay. Right now, anyways. But what I would like to look for is the new candle to break above this area and then test this 38.96. And then if we can do that, break out of this area, which would be our trend. Actually, it wouldn't look like that because I'm sorry. That's kind of a sideways motion. Drawing guys on this is very difficult. So if the next candle comes up, we would like to see this area get touched, coming in right around 38,960 area. And then if we can break that, we can push our way back up to this anywhere from 39,300 to 39,650 area. Okay. Now, eventually, I'd like to break out of this pattern. We talked about it the other day, coming up out of here and going. That's what I'm looking at longer term. But short term, right now, I gave you those two targets short term that we'd like to see. Okay. Now, if the next candle comes down and we start to get red and everybody starts to panic, I would look for a bounce area in this area here, anywhere from 36,600 to let's say 37,100 area, anywhere at that area. So the next candle opens, comes back down, maybe drops into this area, then we break this area of 38, 39. So it could go either way on this next candle coming up. So if we start to fall, guys, I would look for this area to hold up. What we don't want to see short term, guys, it's short term now. We just don't want to see it. I don't have the lock on. We don't want to see this creating a new low. Okay, which the today's low came in at what? 36,162 area. So we don't want to see the next candle creating a new low, because if that happens, then that gets ugly. Okay. So because then we'd have to push down here to this 35 again, and we don't want to do that. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. Maybe if we, like I said, we open up, we come down a little bit, wick this area here, then we move up, or we could just come up and keep the momentum going. Let's look at the short-term time frames. The 4 hour, go to the 4 hour. And we still got a little bit more room to run on the 4 hour, but that ends in about 15 minutes. So we could see what the 4 hour candle looks like coming up. But I do like how it's setting up. Let's look at the 1 hour. Yeah, so there could be a little pump before we come down and retest this area. So that's also a possibility too. So we could get above the 38, come back down, retest it, and then go back above it again. But I would like to see that area hold up, this 36,600, and this would be my target anyways. I would look for a possible bounce if it does come down. This would be the area that I would be looking for to maybe take a little trade on. So you buy this and then let it ride back up, and then put your stop just a little bit underneath it. And that's how I would play this game. And like I say, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, just my opinion. These are just short-term trades, guys. We're just trading inside the bigger time frame, okay, to maximize our gains. Look, bigger time frame. Like I said, if you guys want to play it smart, you wait. If you got to wait a couple days, or if you got to wait till whatever, even if it just comes and shoots right out of here and we get the daily candle closing even tomorrow, whatever, Sunday, whatever it is, Monday next week, whatever. We come out of here, we retest this area and go, and we come out of this channel or this wedge, then I would be looking for more upside. Okay, then we could look to maybe test let's see, the 40,000. Actually, I want to clear this 44,053 area, and then maybe we could test this 48,000 area. Okay, that's what I'd be looking at if we come out of this pattern. Those would be my main targets. Okay, so let's make that clear. Short term, we're just looking at little trades now. Same thing with Ethereum. We have this longer term pattern. I would like to see us get a daily closing inside this pattern so we could get back in this pattern and then do the same thing we were talking about Bitcoin and hit our higher targets up to the upside. But currently, right now, just on the daily, looking at the daily, now we're on the Ethereum chart, guys. I'm moving on to Ethereum. Now we're on the Ethereum chart. This could be an area that we could look for, 26.28 to 25.83. This could be an area where we could see us coming up, hitting, and then maybe retesting this area around 25.50. If that doesn't hold, then we could come wick down in this area from 24.54 to 24.72. This is just short term, guys. We can wick this area, come back down. Like, so say if we get a candle closing here, we can actually come down here first, then go up into this area, then come. Let me clean this up, guys. This is ugly. These drawings sometimes get all over the place. I'm trying to do things as clean as possible. All right. So say this candle right here, we get rejected right at this point right here. We could come down, scare everybody, get a wick in this area. This would be the area I'd look for. Then come back up out of here. Why didn't it keep drawing? I held it. Then come back out of this area. Is it not? Okay. Test this area here. Okay. Maybe even get a pullback and retest and then go from there. But I would look for this area to get tested at some point, and look for this area to hold up. Like I said, what we don't want to see on a daily is we do not want to see a new low created that was coming in right around 23.59. Okay, so as long as we can hold up short term, these would be my short term daily targets. Okay, guys, this is what I'm looking at. And if we can clear these targets, then we can look at the 27. Here, let's bring that down just a little bit. 27, 25 area, 27, 30 area. Okay, but right now, these are my short term targets for the next daily candle that will be coming out in about 6 minutes, guys. So we might be able to, you got to understand, it's going to take a whole day, even all the way till tomorrow, till 7 o'clock Eastern time, to even to play this whole move out. Okay, it's not going to just happen right away. So keep that in mind, guys. Matic. So daily, we want to clear this area here. We got rejected right at the 70. Right here at the 70 short term. These are all just short term moves. My next target would be 75. Then clearing that 70. First, get past 70. Okay, get a 4-hour candle closing past there. Then I would look to touch 175. Maybe getting a 4-hour candle closing out of there. If we could do that, then yeah, we could push up to this 183, 185 area. But short term, I'd look for this area for some kind of rejection. And then we'll look at the daily, of course, tomorrow and Sunday. And then to the downside, I would like to see this area. Okay, so maybe the candle very next candle comes down and we wick into this area. Okay, I'll pull that over just a little. It won't let me, so I'm just going to leave it. From 163 to 160. So it could come down, wick, and then bounce up higher up into this area. So that could be a possibility, guys. And we just don't want to see a new low getting created at 156. So these are just short-term moves, guys, okay, in the bigger picture. Because the bigger picture is this trend, just like Bitcoin. They're pretty much all in the same trends. We want to see us come out of this trend, and then we can maybe test this 245 and worry about those higher trends that we talked about in the video the other day. These are just short-term trades right now we're talking about. Okay, so these are the areas that I'm looking for short term. All right, so that's for Matic. All right, so we talked about Ethereum. Okay, maybe a potential bounce. Yeah, we talked about Ethereum. We talked about Matic. Talked about Bitcoin. Now let's go into Cardano. Cardano. If we can get a 4-hour candle closing or a daily or whatever above 108, then I'd start looking more bullish and pushing our way up to maybe 114, 118 area. That would be the area I'd look for. To the downside, let's see if this happens. We play this out. Okay. So this candle opens up here, comes down, gets people scared around 102, 103. Then we push up to this 108, and then maybe we can see a rejection here. These could also be rejection areas too, guys. We want to clear these areas. So just remember that. So you can look for a buy opportunity here and then a trade here. Okay. Now, if this area clears, like I said, we could go higher, but it could take a couple days. This is just for tomorrow's candle. But it's confusing, guys. For some of you guys that don't know, tomorrow's candle starts in 3 minutes. So you can see it on my computer down here on the right-hand side. So that's what I'm looking at for short-term moves, guys. Okay. The bigger moves, we talked about that. And I didn't do a video yesterday. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I actually was watching a show with my son, and I fell asleep on the couch. So I didn't do a video yesterday. But yeah, so it was 2 days ago. We did the bigger moves, these bigger moves. So you guys can watch my video from 2 days ago. All right, so that's it for Cardano Solana. We're looking at Solana here, guys. I would like short term. We could see a candle as long as we stay above this low. I just want to see this one's simple for me. Don't break that low, 187, 185. Okay. Let's test on the new daily that's going to open up. I want to test this 95, 96 area. Then maybe we can get a rejection there. If we can break that area, then maybe we can push up to the 100 right here. We can push up to the 100 even and get back. Is it clicking? There we go. Get back here in this 100 area, and then maybe get to the 104 and 115 area. Now, like I said, like always, these are just short-term trades coming out of this, okay? So we called the bottom here. We got the bottom. Let's see if we can keep our way moving up, all right? These are just short-term trades. So I would look for these areas to hold for the bottom and to the top. Maybe look for a trade. Maybe we get rejected at that 95, 96 area. And if we clear it, then yeah, we could look for the 100. But I'm looking for those moves first, okay? SHIB, guys, I would look for maybe if we come up out of this daily, the low of tomorrow's candle, whatever, would be, I would look for a bounce anywhere from 2053 to 2063. And then the high, I would look for coming in right around 2191 and 2169. Right now, I would like to see this candle turn green, which there's a tug of war and there's only a minute left. So let's see if that happens really quick. That could be something that we'll come back and check. Oh, we just got it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now that we got this new candle opening up on the daily on SHIB, we can see maybe a test down here at some point. Okay, at some point, I think we could test this area and then move up to this area to get rejected. All right, now if we break this area, then we could go lower as long as we stay above this 2030 area. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for SHIB. So short term, guys. Long term, we're still in this move, and I'll zoom it out. Beautiful move. We can break out of this. There could be a nice trade to the upside once we break out of this move here. Okay, so right now, a lot of just sideways nothing for SHIB. So Avalanche, guys, let me get rid of that. Let's see here. Avalanche, yeah, I want to see just the 67.85 get cleared. And then maybe we could touch the 73, 75 zone. There could be a little bit resistance at 70 right here. So keep your eye on that. To the downside, very simple. I want to see 65 maybe hold up here. If that doesn't, just as long as we don't create a new low anywhere from 61,000, 62,000. Don't want to see that, okay? So those are the things I'm looking at, especially short term. Long term, of course, guys, we still want to break out of this pattern here and go to the upside. This could take some time to develop, though. You can see there's a big gap here. So I don't expect anything to just shoot right up. So this could take a little bit of time to develop. And I think that's it for tonight's video. I gave you guys some short-term target bounce plays on the dailies, pullback areas, so you guys don't get too scared. Plus areas that if we do bounce and get that bounce that we can break up to the upside. So I gave you a pullback and upsides for every chart. And I think that's it for tonight's video, guys. I'll make another video tomorrow. Let's see how this plays out. Very interesting stuff. And let's see how many of we can hit in a row. Let's see what our winning percentage on this would be. Hitting my boxes, the buy zones on this next candle, on all these. Okay. So that's it for tonight's video. Much love to all you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. Sub to my channel, guys. Sub to it. Let's get 1,000. I want to go live and start, charting things that you guys want to see in a chat, in a live chat. I just want to make sure I get to at least 1,000 subs because, I want to make sure the chat has enough people in it where, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's fun, and I want to create a good community, and then start a Discord and start different things. But I want to at least get to 1,000 to make sure that I have people behind there with me. Okay. I'm also going to put a link to Twitter in the description and a link to Webull, guys. If you sign up to using my link to Webull, I think right now you get 6 free shares. I don't know if they're still running. I think they are. But that's just free money for you guys if you want to take advantage of it. Use the link to Webull in the description. Deposit $100 is all you have to do. You can take your $100 out and keep the free money, sell the shares, whatever you want to do. So it's just free money for you guys. So just keep that in mind. You can take your $100 back out and just keep the shares that you get for free. All right. So much love to you guys. Appreciate you guys watching, and peace out.